people, it's time to give you our first game week match reaction and analysis, post-match reaction from the La Liga games and the English Premier League games. Let's start with the big one. Let's start with the match that didn't live up to the expectation, the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. From me, give us a thought about that one.
Yeah, I feel it was a pretty dull game from start to finish, and there were lacks of a whole lot of there was no clear-cut chance, if you ask me, throughout the whole game. But there was no chance that say, oh, this was going to be a goal, or this is not going to be a goal, or this player missed this. So yeah, I feel it shows two clubs who are just trying to get to know what they have in store for this particular season. They clearly do not know. Okay, if we want to be challenging for the title in the names of Arsenal, maybe United. Okay, if we want to push for the top six, because I feel that performance from the Arsenal side yesterday was very, very, very disappointing. And United performance, probably okay, it felt sort of the performance they put up against Aston Villa last season in the final game of the season. Okay, they actually felt like they were fighting for something. They could have easily scored in the first half. They had this number 9, the 18-yard box, but that didn't happen. Yeah, it was a dull game. It was an okay game, maybe a 6/10 game if you ask me.
Yeah, of course. Well, I think it was a dreadful watch, a stressful watch for me, because you go into a big match like that with a whole lot of expectations, a whole lot of new shiny signings. I expect to actually have like an impact in the game, and then nothing really happened. Although you have to give credit to the likes of Konya and Mbumo. Mbumo actually had like a great a great first half. Then Konya later came on in the second half and then had a whole lot of chip-ins. But I think Manchester United actually looked like the better. I don't know what really went wrong for Arsenal yesterday, but from the midfield, the only place that kind of stood out for me probably the defense and the goalkeeper. Even the defense had issues in the first half. They were making a sort of bad mistakes, like sloppy balls. It looks off. It looks like a preseason game.
Yeah, the team looked disjointed.
Honestly,
from front to back.
Yeah, I don't know what is happening. It's like Arteta is trying something new, because it still looks like the same formation, the 4-4-3 kind of thing. So I don't know. So the 4-3-3, 4-3-3 formation. So I don't know what is happening with Ateta. Honestly, I don't know what's happening with the team. But the positive thing for me as an Arsenal fan is the fact that we actually ended that game with a win, because the Arsenal of last season or 2 seasons ago, we have actually drawn or lost that game.
Yeah, funny how Arsenal have dropped points from a whole lot of winning positions, especially last season. I think or last 2 seasons. I think that's been a huge number. Yeah,
I think like 9 games.
Yeah, so it's something good to build upon for the Arsenal faithful. And yes, then the United faithful, something to actually boost out their hope for this season. So, okay, maybe we are going to actually be challenging this and that, because Mbeumo and Konya looks really good.
They really
Although Sesko, I feel he shouldn't have even played that game, because I feel he was just in there. He didn't actually have any effect throughout the particular game. It shows that I think he joined earlier last week.
Yeah.
And he's already playing on Sunday, so he hasn't probably gotten through to match with. I feel Joshua Jackson should have gotten into the game, but that didn't happen for the Manchester United.
Honestly, I was looking scared, because 1-0 down, and then they just brought on Sheshko, and I was like, if this guy scores today, because I can kind of see the headlines already. I can think and just vision this thing, to be like the new signing, people will just come and just make it all about Sheshko, and the game was not all about Sheshko. I feel like even Mount actually had a good first half as well.
Yeah, Mount was also good in the game.
I feel like Manchester United were actually really wasteful, honestly. Although I'm not going to take anything from David Raya's, performance. I feel like they should be doing better with those chances. Arsenal did not even create any chances like that.
How United had 15 shots inside the 18-yard box and none really threatening the goalkeeper. And I'm like,
but the Dogu one though.
Yeah,
the Dogu one was
outside of the 18-yard.
Yeah. Because I was beaten already. It was just done.
Dogu actually put in a good performance. Dogu and Shaw that left CB and left wing back position.
I think I get the hype surrounding Dogu now, because going the preceding people were talking about Dogu that he's going to surprise a lot of people yesterday, and I'm actually surprised. I actually think that I actually had a great performance yesterday. I think Manchester United are going to be super confident now, that I think, but I feel like it's too early to judge, because we all know that even when they were bad, they're always going to turn up against the big guys. So I think.
So yeah, I feel the next game should be. I think the other game against Fulham, and that's where we'll clearly see.
We'll see,
if a whole lot has changed in this particular team.
All right. Now let's look at Liverpool now. Liverpool beat Bournemouth by 4-2, and I think that's like the opening fixture of the weekend. And Honestly, what do you think about the game? Your honest thought and opinion.
Yeah, I feel it was a good attacking game. Both sides went for each other, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it
This
clearly
was
showed.
even better than the Manchester United Arsenal game,
Exactly.
honestly.
So yeah, it was a very, very good attacking game. Mohamed
Mm.
Salah continuing his record of scoring in 10 consecutive Premier League fixtures. First
Mm.
game week fixture. So yeah, that's pretty impressive by Mohamed Salah. And Hugo Ekitike also scoring the first goal of the Premier League season. And Semenyo also showing why Bournemouth were so adamant of keeping him at the club, scoring 2 braces. Although I feel Liverpool, there's been a whole lot of talk. I even want to say maybe Liverpool need to actually sign centre backs and stuff. But I feel Ancelot made a mistake in a particular game. I feel he shouldn't have probably taken up Jeremy Frimpong. But I feel
Mm.
you clearly saw that the Bournemouth were trying to play the ball. They were not even trying to play through you. They were trying to play over you and take it straight to the wings, and you still went to take off your. I think he's one of the fastest players in the world, Jeremy Frimpong. He went and took him off, and now brought in an Endo. And I'm asking myself, why are you even bringing Endo into this particular game? So yeah, I feel Ancelot was very lucky because his attack actually went on to winning this game, but his substitutions were very, very,
Yeah,
very,
an
very
unlikely
poor.
goal scorer. Chiesa was actually the one that actually
Yeah,
practically won the game for them until Mo Salah now finally had the final say.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Now let's talk about Manchester City and Wolves. Manchester City and Wolves. Honestly, Manchester City is it too early to say they're back? Is it too early to say they're back though?
I don't think it's so. I feel they have been pretty much underrated by a whole lot of
Wolves.
yes, by a lot of people said they'll be like, oh, City are going to finish fourth, City are going to finish third. I just be looking at it. I say it's very hard to go into a season and say a certain Pep Guardiola side are not the favourites to
To
go on
go
to
on
win
to
the
win,
title. I
yeah.
think it's very, very hard to go on to say that. So, and then I feel they've clearly reinforced in position. I feel Nico Gonzalez was pretty good in that defensive midfield position over injured Rodri. Yeah, the Renders also came in, he scored an assistant. And he was even the first goal by Erling Haaland was very, very instrumental. His ball carrying was very instrumental. He beat Sumen, played the ball over to
Yeah.
Rico
There's
Lewis,
also
and
easy
yeah,
tapping for Alan.
yeah. And I feel like I said, Haaland will always score in the first game week of the season. I think he has scored almost every game week one he has played in the Premier League.
Premier League,
Yeah, I think he scored two against West Ham on his debut. I think I can't remember the, but I know he has at least scored 2 goals every. Even against Chelsea last season, he also scored. So yeah, the Manchester City side were pretty good, and I feel it was a good game, a good debut for Trafford too. He was actually pretty decent in goal. Although you will say Wolves did not create a whole lot of chances, but those chances that once they created, he easily swept them up. And yeah, I feel it's a nice addition to the Manchester City side.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it's too early for me to say they're back because the Wolves are a side that you will back Manchester City, whether good or bad, to always get something over. But I think the new sign is actually impressed. Checky, I think I like to say a little bit more for me, but Rangers impressed me, and they'll be facing Tottenham for next.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a big test now because of the defensive. Because I think like
Defensive
Wolves
solidity
of Tottenham. I think that is where you have to see how Tijani Rangers and Czech also try to do something different because it's really going to be difficult to break Tottenham down.
Yeah, Oscar Bob was also pretty decent. I just remember.
Yeah. Of course, I think it was instrumental in the first goal too. Yeah.
His dribbling was really good.
Yeah. Okay, now let's look at Nottingham Forest Brentford. Of course, we expected them to win. So Nottingham Forest beat Brentford. We all said that Brentford, after losing a whole lot of players, they are probably going to struggle this season.
Yeah.
And of course, it's nice to see that Chris Wood still has that form that he had last season.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually regretting not having him in my FPL though.
Yeah, Crystal was pretty good. And I feel the Brentford are destined for relegation in the way, no matter how you look at it, because I feel they're going to keep on sticking with Keith Andrews through and through to the end of the season. And I just don't think he's good enough to actually make them challenge for anything. Not even I feel they have overperformed over the last few years and they've lost a whole lot of players. And Visa is probably going to leave. Mbuemo's already gone, and Noga Emefiele is already gone. So yeah, I feel it's going to be a really poor season and they end up getting relegated.
Now let's talk about Chelsea, another underwhelming game. Chelsea Crystal Palace. Honestly, Crystal Palace scored, but then it was disallowed. Iberechi just scored first, and it was allowed. Look at the likes of Palmer. I think what you said about them overperforming in the Club World Cup, but you still expect even when they were the last last Premier League season we saw, they were still, not really great, but they were still good enough like to go and beat, teams like Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace are like turning out to be like a a very difficult team to beat for all the big stick sides now.
Yeah, Crystal Palace were actually very good, especially defensively. Because if you kept on watching the game, Medina kept on talking about how Lacroix and Maguire kept on pushing on to the Chelsea players. Once they got the ball into midfield, get on to these particular players. No, allow them, give them space and time to actually create a whole lot of chances.
Yeah.
And I feel Oliver Glasner has kept on showing why he's a very, very top tactician. He won the Europa League with the Frankfurt side, also won 2 titles with this Crystal Palace side. So yes, I feel the Chelsea, like I said, I've kept on saying that the Club World Cup was an overperformance, and Chelsea players probably thought, oh, we are going to keep on doing this. Oh, we are going to. I'm going to tell you, Chelsea don't have a world-class player in this team, and that's why I come from there saying
Kopama is not world-class.
He's on his way to world-class. Personally, my definition of world-class is you have to have 3 good seasons before you're actually called a world-class player at a very top level. Not just, I'm Kopama. If he does what he has done for the last 2 seasons this particular year, for me, he's clearly going to be a world-class player.
But I think it's too early to judge, though, because this is the first game of the season. Nobody's overreacting yet. You look at Arsenal fans are just angry about the performance, not the win. But I feel like, going to like the start of the season, you cannot really, because I feel like no preseason can prepare you for the first game of the season. It's when you play competitive football that will actually, that is when when players play preseason games, they still know that at the back of their mind that this game means nothing.
Yeah.
So they're not going to, risk getting injured and then miss the entire season. I feel like the more they play, let's say give him 4-5 games, then we'll now know where most of these players actually where they are, where their quality actually is. So it's too early to judge if a player is going to be great or bad, like a Gyökeres, Punya.
Yeah, for sure.
So a whole lot of players.
But I feel it's nice also put down a marker for others. Like, okay, yes, I'm here to make my say. I'm here to. That's how I feel. That's how you get to know the best of the best, because you look at Erling Haaland when he came to the Premier League, he scored 2 goals on his debut against the West Ham side. You just know that this player is here, he means business.
But like they have to create something for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And you look at Arsenal side, they didn't create anything for your crest.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying first game of season at the time to actually put down a marker.
Look at KTK though. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. You will see the Sunderland side against West Ham.
Like that for every player. It's hard to adjust before you got.
Exactly. I think Isak was signed in January. I can't remember.
Yeah, middle of the season.
So I feel that's it's sort of a different situation if you ask me though. But I just say, like I said, players come in and they have to put down a marker. Actually knows that.
So are you saying that if a player does not put down a marker, the player is a flop?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the best of the best of the best. Once they come into your side, you are clearly going to see that particular difference, no matter if they are giving this or that.
So KTK now, we cannot compare KTK to Alan still though. Just because it's called and got. You look at the fixtures too though. You look at the fixtures.
You're probably misunderstanding me though.
I'm not misunderstanding. I just feel like you need to be lenient when you put down your markers and put down your.
No, okay. Let's give this type of. Let me give an example. So let's say a certain Erling Haaland came into the Premier League and didn't score in his first 90 minutes. Probably, what will you be saying about that? I feel players, the best of the best players, like I said, will put down markers. You don't have to score, you have to put up or something that a flash of brilliance here or there that you say, okay, I'm above the rest. Oh, I'm here to do this, I'm here to do that. And we clearly haven't seen that from. I think most of the attacking signings, I'm basically talking about the Chelsea side.
From Bemo and Punya.
Yeah, I'm especially talking about the Chelsea side. I feel their number 9 signing, Joao Pedro and Liam Delap, we are very, very, very poor in that particular game against Crystal Palace. That's the place I'm constantly talking about.
Okay, for Chelsea.
Yes, the Chelsea side.
All right. Let's talk about the shocker of the week. That is the Sunderland game. Sunderland beat West Ham 3-0. This is like a newly promoted side though, beating a Premier League side. We all know that West Ham are not really good, but like losing your first game to a newly promoted side 3-0 is really something that is really, really bad. And you look at if you play FPL well, you know that the player that actually got the most points this season actually came from Sunderland.
Yep.
I think Sunderland are actually here to cook, and I think they're going to stay. Honest, I feel like they've done a lot of business. Yeah. I think Granit Xhaka is actually a dream signing for them, and they actually made him the captain too. I think it's really weird, honestly, how they were actually asked to pull a whole lot of quality signings together. But I feel like they're going to stay. But give us a thought about the game.
Yeah, like I'm always going to say, I feel the Sunderland side have clearly improved upon what they got from the Championship last season, and
Mm.
they now also brought it to the Premier League. And I feel they've signed specific players in specific positions that they clearly needed to improve. They
Mm-hmm.
went and signed a right winger, signed more midfielders, signed a left back too. So it was, and they even lost one of their best players, Tom Watson, to the Brighton side. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yes, I think I put them as one of the teams that are actually going to shock a whole lot of teams. And I feel they're going to finish in mid-table. I've been saying it since the start of the season.
Mid table.
I clearly think they're going to finish in mid-table.
All right. Let's talk about. Okay, so finally, the six games that will be going down. So that's the game between Everton and Leeds United. So, what's your prediction for that one?
Yeah, I think Everton are going to win though. I genuinely think Leeds don't have the quality to actually match up with the Premier League. Although you could say they finished 100 points last season, but we saw Burnley too against Tottenham Hotspur. They could not match up. So yes, and like I'm saying,
Are the only side that can actually, go toe to toe with the
yeah,
Premier League guys.
because I feel they actually went into the market and not just signed quality from around England. They went to Europe, properly did proper scouting. Went to the Belgian Pro League, signed 2 players. Went to here and here, signed 2 players. So that's clearly what they have done, and the other sides haven't done that.
Alright, and let's go to La Liga now. Let's talk about Athletic Club and Sevilla. Athletic Club beat Sevilla at home by 3-2. So, I'll like, give us your thoughts on the game, though.
Yeah, I feel Nico Williams clearly showed why he was chased by the Barcelona side, scoring a goal and also coming up with 2 assists. I think it was pretty electric. Although the Sevilla side, I put them out as team. I think they are going to probably relegate because I feel.
I'm looking at it like
I feel the players. If you look at their squad, it's even very thin. Most of their players were not even registered to play this particular game. Although you say Matthias Almeida tries to do something good, but even I still put them not relegate. Except maybe Donny Lukaku who carries them throughout the season, and our Nigerian player to Ejuke also tries to put up something. But I just don't see how they're probably going to survive this particular season.
And let's talk about Getafe and Celta Vigo as well. So Getafe beat Celta Vigo by 2-0, nothing. So away from home as well. So I think that's actually a great start to the season for Getafe.
Yeah, Getafe played. I feel they played one of the best football I saw actually over the weekend because I feel Getafe side has a very defensive
What about
side.
Barcelona?
Yeah, but I feel the Barcelona game was just there because I feel personally Barcelona game was even underwhelming because I think the 6-0 winners Mallorca got 2 red cards, but they just kept on slowing down the game. But back to the Sevilla game, I feel it was the Getafe game. I feel it was a very good one for them, beating a team who qualified for the Europa League last season, who also even improved their teams, went and signed Ran Zaragoza and also Ferran Jucla, but they couldn't get the victory. So yeah, the very poor start for Celta Vigo, but like I said, good one. And also our Nigerian player again, Cristiano Tusuche, the goal and an assist.
Nice one from the Nigerian boy. I hope he gets a call up though for the World Cup qualification.
I feel that's going to be hard. He plays as a number 9.
Yeah,
Nigeria has a whole-
True. And let's talk about Espanyol Atlético Madrid. This is like probably the shocker of maybe not really shocked, but at the same time you have to like give, because you look at the business that Atletico Madrid they've done over the summer.
Yeah.
You expect them to actually do better, but I think they just lost their first game to Espanyol away from home though, to so by 2-1. So give us your. I'm pretty sure you saw the game.
Yeah, I feel it was a pretty. The Atletico side started the first half very well. Alex Baena, Cardoso in midfield, even Gallagher, who I'm going to clearly say I don't think he fits into this Atletico side, but at least he was trying to put up a good performance. And Simeone now took him off, and Cardoso off, and now brought in Koke and Barrios, and they couldn't now handle the game. And I still find it funny because I still don't think Griezmann needs to be playing as much minutes as he played. I feel Griezmann, if you are taking off a certain Alvarez, you should actually bring on certain Alexander Sørloth to actually score the goals for you. So how many goals he scored off the bench last season for this Atletico side. But Simeone didn't do that, and as I have said for the past few months, the Espanyol side have been very good at home. I was even carrying them up last season. Manuel Gonzalez side very good at home, and I was telling a friend they haven't lost to in their last 3 meetings against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. They haven't lost to them at home. Even when they went to the Wanda Metropolitano last season, they didn't even lose. They drew 1-1. So
yeah, so they're a boogie side. Yeah,
so they're actually a really good side. And but I still feel Atletico are out of the title race though already.
In the first game. Match. That's a big statement though. But I feel you should calm down. I feel like you should be calming down.
I feel once you now look at it, once you look at the gap, and if you look at how they historically play the other two bigger sides.
My Madrid are even yet like kick a ball yet, so
Yeah.
just calm down. Yeah, what if they lose to Osasuna?
Then-
But I'm
then-
to also like to you know give Real Madrid a whole lot of
then it's going
stress.
to be a clear. And I'm going to tell you who's going to win the
To
league.
Barcelona,
Yeah, it's going to be
we are not.
Barcelona.
We know that's what you believe, whether or not Real Madrid wins the game or wins their games already.
We have to see the performance from Real Madrid first to actually say anything. But like I say, if
but what who do you tip originally first start of the season?
I actually tip Atletico Madrid, but I feel
Atletico Madrid.
Yes,
I think I don't agree with you.
I feel the performance was just there, especially the first half performance was really, really good. They actually played some very good football up until the substitutions, and that's where they lost the game.
And finally, we'll be talking about the game between Barcelona and Mallorca. So I think Barcelona beat Mallorca 3-3
Yeah.
and Mallorca got 2 red cards, just like you mentioned. They should be doing better, but 3 win, like the 3 points is the 3 points, 3 goals, a clean sheet, and that's actually good enough. But I think they should be doing better, especially with the quality of attack they have.
Yeah, I feel the game slowed down after the first 45 minutes. There was a whole lot of chances that could have easily been taken. But the Barcelona side kept on doing, we are trying to be conservative. Almost like even scored a goal, we hit the post. Yamal kept on trying a whole lot of shots, so that didn't even eventually go.
Probably just
One
not meant
eventually
to be.
went going. So yeah, I feel the performance was pretty okay, but it was not. I put it as an average performance, if you ask me.
By
Very,
the
very
standard
average
of
performance, yeah.
of what the players can do.
Yes.
Now, finally, there will be a game going down today. That will be Elche.
Yeah.
Be Elche or Eche?
Elche.
Elche versus Real Betis. And then tomorrow will be the big one, Real Madrid versus Osasuna. I think I'm actually interested in watching this one because I'm low-key a Real Madrid fan. And I've always been like a Real Madrid fan. But because I'm a Premier League faithful, I tend to watch more of Premier League games. Well, that is the video, guys. See you next time where we'll preview the next games in the Premier League and La Liga, probably on Thursday or Friday. And then make sure to catch us live because we're still going to the first opening game of the season in Nigerian Premier League, Nigerian Premier Football League.
Yeah.
I'll be going to the Shooting Stars game, and hope we'll get tickets for that one. Those are like we'll get there and not tell us that it's sold out or something.
We'll probably get.
Well, okay, because I don't know if we can buy online now because everything about stuff like this.
We should probably be able to get.
You should be able to get online. All right. Make sure you guys catch us. Subscribe, please. See you guys next time. Bye.
Subscribe to my channel.